Hey everybody, welcome back to Critical Escape Gaming. It's me, Zach, here with Ben.
Hi, Zach. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to say like 100,000 times, like, gosh, what a great soundtrack. Hi, Zach. How you doing?
Ben, I'm great, bud. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. It's a little rainy outside. It's the middle of winter. Maybe not the middle of winter. I don't know when winter starts. It's actually probably the right beginning of winter, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The beginning. I love that I took English in school.
Yeah, no, and it also is your first language, but that's okay. We won't talk about that.
I love that you just one up and like dunk on me like, hey, you're an idiot.
No, man, it's fine.
Like, how could you fuck up something so simple?
But Ben, you know what we are doing?
What?
Playing Death's Door.
I know. I was actually doing it without thinking, I guess, because I asked what were we doing, and I was already doing the doing.
Already doing it,
I was already doing the do.
It's like second nature.
Yeah, it literally is, dude. We're back at Death's Door. So we... come on, fucker. I'm sorry, I was trying to turn the volume down.
Ben is very aggro today. It's probably because he's had 400 milligrams of caffeine.
This is not the most caffeinated I have ever been.
No.
Hi, Homestead, or whatever the hell your name is. I actually think I got it right.
I think so, too. Do you think that's like a play on Stonehenge?
Yeah, I think so. Or Headstone.
Probably Headstone.
Yeah.
Oh.
They just switched the S and the H.
Because he's got a headstone where his head should be. Ha!
Yeah.
Ha!
No, they took the ST and put it in front of head. And then they took the H from headstone and put it in front of
Head.
own.
Oh.
So Stedhone. I think that's his name, or else I'm totally wrong.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Ben, in any case, we're back playing Death's Door.
In any case, this game is on to the Zoinkies.
This game is off the Zoinkies. So, Ben, what do we have to do here? We have to...
So we need to get to, if we recall, the old crow told us that we had to go to the four corners of the universe to gather souls large enough to pry open Death's Door. And the first one we have to go to is Ceramic Manor, which that's the dungeon. But it's the first area of the game, Zach.
I appreciate this game, Ben, because it really does feel like a great combination of a Souls game and Zelda.
You know what? I always took it more of as a Zelda game than anything. But you brought it up saying, that it could be a Souls game, and I was like, yeah, actually, I could see that. I
think it's because it has aspects of Souls that I just, not just, a hard game equals Souls.
Yeah.
But it has things like corpse running, which is losing your doohickeys and you have to go get them before you die again. The rolling, which is kind of famous as a method of like early Souls games, especially early Souls games. It's an Elden Ring.
Yeah.
It's in everything except for fucking Sekiro.
So what was it? I presume that Dark Souls is the one that started it all because it's called Souls games. But was that the first one?
Demon Souls.
Demon Souls. Okay, so Dark Souls wasn't the one that started it.
Yeah, Demon Souls was the first game that was when you think of the prototypical Souls games, Demon Souls is the first one of its kind.
So what was that on?
PS3.
Really?
Yeah. It was as far as I remember, it was like not a launch title, but it was one of those games that people were like, "Oh no, this game is gonna be dog shit," and then everybody who played it really enjoyed it, and that's why it got a remake, and I think it was a launch title for the PS5. I think.
Interesting.
But then Dark Souls 1 is really what blew the formula into being a game that people kind of seek out.
Yeah, was Dark Souls a PlayStation exclusive or an Xbox exclusive?
It was on everything, to my knowledge.
It was on everything? Yeah. I guess that makes sense. I guess I was thinking more like initially, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it was on everything. The only ones that are, to my knowledge, exclusives are Bloodborne and Demon Souls.
That's the one I was thinking of was Bloodborne.
Yeah, I borrowed my brother's PS4 just to play Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And man, it was a correct decision.
Really?
That game, if you haven't played it, is very...
One of our buddies is really into Bloodborne.
It's probably
like one of his favorite games of all time, for sure.
I think at this point it's kind of like overdone saying, "Oh, I like Souls games."
Yeah.
But I remember I played Dark Souls 1 in probably 2014, so just a few years after it released, and
right.
I loved it. But the game that I kept going back to and replaying over and over was Dark Souls 3. It had the perfect amount of like fan service and all that sort of thing that I just really enjoyed. But
what do you mean fan service?
There are parts of the game that are, if you played, the way I think of them in my head is Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3 are so closely linked. Like the very end boss, spoiler, is of Dark Souls 3. When you get it into its like final form, it starts playing the musical theme for the last boss of Dark Souls 1, which is this very chilling piano. It has the same fighting style, so like,
okay,
it's just a bunch of fan service in that sense.
Honestly, when you say fan service, and I don't even mean this as a joke. I guess it could be taken as that, but the first thing I think of is like when you use that term for like anime.
Yeah,
like isn't fan service in anime though? Isn't that typically like girl with big boobs? Isn't that what fan service is?
I'm sure it can be. I think of fan service as like references that fans of media will understand.
Okay.
That's how, at least how I think of it.
That's probably what it is.
It also very well could be big booby anime girl.
That's what we were talking about. We were Zach, I wanted to bring this topic up.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the supernatural or the paranormal. But do you believe in demons?
I do. You know, I think I don't know, it's one of those things where I believe that there's something there, which I'm not going to get totally into what I believe and, you know, disbelieve about life in general. But I've seen some things that, I mean, people don't seem to be able to explain. So rationally, if I'm sitting there and saying, yeah, I don't believe in these things, I can sit there and say that. But there are some videos, some audio about things like exorcisms that I've heard that I'm like, that doesn't work for me. I can't explain it.
Yeah, so I've really been into what I've been researching or looking into just like videos of people who interview exorcists, and I'm Catholic, so I believe in the whole supernatural thing to the fullest degree, I think, but it's just like the things you hear, man, it's freaky. And I really do wonder, you know, we used to talk about like the sleep paralysis guy, right?
Like, Zach, sleep paralysis sucks, dude. And he's like, oh yeah, did you see it? And I'm like, so when I first had this months ago, I was talking to one of my other buddies, and I drew out a silhouette of a guy.
Yep.
And I'm like, he was shaking my bed when I couldn't move.
The silhouette, not the
silhouette, yes.
Not your friend.
I had that when I was having the sleep paralysis, and that silhouette was shaking my bed. And I was like, man, that was really creepy and weird. And I drew it out for the picture that you're going to see when it pops up for my buddy. And Zach said, did you see it? And I'm like, I never told Zach about this or like disclose any of like the details of it. We got a cassette. And I'm like, I'm going to draw it out for you. And I drew it out and showed it to Zach, and Zach had the picture queued up, and this picture popped up when he showed it to me. And it is the same thing. Apparently, this is a thing for people who have sleep paralysis.
Oh,
Dude, the hat.
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder sometimes, like, could it be a demon? Like, I don't know, man.
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but I just wonder sometimes, you get down to that, like, I don't know, you wonder sometimes, like, the spiritual warfare around us.
It is interesting to think about, and it is spooky to listen and watch.
Yeah, it sure is. What did I just hit?
A box.
Okay.
Ben?
What?
We are in the...
Yes, sorry.
No,
to go on a
okay.
tangent.
No, that's all right.
That's just kind of what I've been watching lately, and it's just, I find it very interesting.
Have you ever watched Ghost Files?
No. So, like, is it like a paranormal investigator type beat, or?
Yeah, so it is a... Well, so these guys, they're on Watcher. I'm sorry, I had to listen. They're on Watcher, which is a YouTube channel, got about 3 million subscribers, around that ballpark.
Yeah.
But there's these two guys, Ryan and Shane. Ryan is like a full believer in the paranormal.
Yeah.
Shane is a complete skeptic.
Really?
It's really
That's
cool.
super interesting.
Yeah, and so they'll go into these haunted areas and do an investigation, and then they have this part that I think is really cool where they have to explore the place alone, and Ryan will be like freaking out type of thing, and Shane's walking around like, yeah, come fuck with me, ghost, and nothing ever happens. So it's like,
really,
it's cool. I'll send
me the link.
Yeah, I'll send you a link. I think you might, especially with what you're interested in right now. I think it's really cool. They have a lot of if you play games like Phasmophobia, they have things like you'll be familiar with, like the EMF reader, like the dots projector. But it's stuff that does get you kind of thinking in a way of like, that is kind of an interesting potential evidence and things of that nature.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely kind of cool.
Yeah, dude. It's been wild to hear like what these exorcists say, and just learning like what exorcism is. Like I told Zach before this, I thought it was like just a house call thing.
Yeah, no, I think,
but it's like the church is like seems to be really like, at least nowadays. I'm sure like back in the day, like I think you were saying an instance of like where they really like botched it, but
yeah,
like nowadays it sounds like just hearing from exorcists, it's a really in-depth thing, and I had no idea like how in-depth it was.
It was one of those things that in the early 1970s, because of the book and the movie The Exorcist, it became almost not a catch-all, but almost this person's acting weird, gotta get an exorcist.
Yeah, and you know what, dude, and that's what I really do. I don't want it to be something like and I think this is what the church does, is they try to distinguish it between like a mental illness or or a demonic activity, right?
Right.
And I don't want it to just be like that's the explanation for demonic activity or for mental illness. It should be like they're trying to discern they're like two separate things, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which I think is the right way to do it, because mental illness may not necessarily be demonic, attacks.
Yeah, there's the case I was talking about.
Like it backs up like kind of the validity of, or trying to back up the validity of what, demons are in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their existence.
The case I was talking about beforehand was the one of a German girl called Anneliese Michel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have done any type of research into anything like exorcisms, paranormal, you probably have seen a picture of her before and after her exorcisms. But long story short, she was a young German girl, I think like early 20s, who was epileptic, prone to seizures, but also prone to mood swings. Grew up in an extremely devout. That looks like Solaire from Dark Souls.
Sorry, you want to finish your point?
Oh yeah. So basically, grew up extremely religious.
Yeah.
Parents thought that because of her but because of her seizures and things of that nature, that she had to be possessed by a demon.
Right. And
so she was basically exorcised dozens and dozens of times, ended up dying of malnutrition and exhaustion, which it sucks because there are instances where they said that she felt better after she received like a Holy Communion.
Yeah.
But if you look at it a different way, it's because she received nourishment, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But
I didn't think about it like that.
But this is not attempting to slander it at all.
No, not at all.
It's saying that if you're religious and you're looking at it and saying, wow, she was feeling better because she received communion, she has to be possessed.
Right. They're not looking at the full story of it.
And if you want some truly, I think people say it's terrifying. In a way it is, but in my mind it's absolutely heartbreaking, is listening to the tapes of her exorcism.
Oh wow, yeah.
They're like soul dampening, because it's a young girl essentially.
It's not actually like a demon, right?
No. And when she's
like legitimately getting like tormented by
people who have at all intents and purposes have good intentions, but is not the help that she needed. And at the end of her life, when she's talking about like asking her mom for help, it's just so sad. It's just so sad.
Which I think those instances though with the church nowadays, I think that they, like I said before, I think they learn from those. Yeah. Because I was listening to like current exorcists, like just to go off what you were saying, but it's like I was saying before, it's like way more of like an in-depth thing now, and that's probably because of like instances like that.
Absolutely.
Because I just think it's like crazy to think about, like, we talk about it like it's a fairy tale world, but like, I mean, I believe it, but I don't know, just interesting topic.
It really is.
But anyway, Ben,
so we got this fella here.
We got this guy.
And you know what? He looks like a real.
He looks like a real stoner.
pothead.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh, hello there, my beak-faced fellow. It is quite unusual to see one of your kind upon these isles. Ha ha! I imagine you must be here for a soul. Not me, I should hope. Anyway, it seems our paths have intersected at an opportune moment. You may not have noticed. Cling, cling, cling. But I have been cursed with an unusual affliction. Alas! Judge me not by the shape of my head, but the deliciousness of the soup inside. I don't know how much I love that. Pothead! Zach.
I forgot his name was Pothead.
Yeah,
oh, that's a
what I was
shitty
making
joke. Oh, damn it.
Dude, all the names in this freaking game are all shitty jokes, I think.
I was just going to make a joke about him being like a stoner.
Well, that's why I said stoner at the beginning. Where are my manners? I'm very pleased to meet your acquaintance, Beakface.
Oh, there goes the soup.
Oh, God. It fell out. It would seem that my journey has reached an end. I haven't been able to overcome obstacles ahead and unlock the iron gates. If you would help me move forward on, it would be in debt to you, and we could push forward. Together!
Ha-ha!
Go watch our Cuphead playthrough because he has liquid in his head. Yeah, so we made it to the first area, and as we were talking about the exorcism stuff, the game taught us a few things. You can light arrows on fire.
Yeah. This to me is like a quintessential
Yes.
Zelda.
And this is the first thing when I was like, oh, Zelda. You know.
Did you say it like that? to
No,
yourself?
I actually said that exact same thing with when I fuck
You
off.
got shot.
When I learned that he had a sword, I was like, Zelda, got it.
Bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
1 second.
Alright.
Oh, you sent me something. That was you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry about the with my friendship.
It's alright.
Ruin the video and possibly the channel.
It's alright.
Alright.
Just my friendship. We can keep the video.
Alright, Ben, so we're making a quick pace here.
Yeah, I'm trying to not dilly-dally around too much. But fuck off!
Ben, you got hit.
But so angry about it.
Ben, you got hit.
I didn't warm up before.
Oh, so what are your splits on this area then?
I mean, it's about a 30-40.
I don't know what that
30.
means. What does that mean?
It you know.
No, I don't.
I don't even know what splits mean other than things that girls are usually much better at than me.
No, it's splits.
Gymnasts.
You know, like speed running.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, sure, Zach.
You don't know, do you?
Fuck, no, I don't. I have zero idea what you're talking about right now.
It's like in, you know. You know.
You know. I like that I set him on fire.
Reverse firefighters be like.
I like that we're going to a fire. I think there was a seed pot Gabba Papa over here, I think.
Don't you have one?
Oh, there's one right here.
Oh, you're talking about the one you
Yeah,
have.
I got
Okay.
a planet. This is where you, I think it's over across the way over here is where you unlock the special collectible after you plant all the seeds in the game. It's pretty K.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I would say so.
I think
forgot
these
what to do with those.
blow up.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And this is where it's like Soul games, right? Where it like opens up the way.
Yeah.
Is that Souls games or is that more like Metroidvania?
That's more Metroidvania, I think. Where it has, are you talking like it has a map that kind of connects together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've played games that are pretty old, like Symphony of the Night, Super Metroid, that definitely, I'm sure there are games that game historians or people who know the history of video games know better than I, but I've experienced it in games like, especially Symphony of the Night, especially Super Metroid, that you're like, oh, what does this door lead to? And then it goes back to the beginning of the level. I just think that's so fucking cool.
You know what this game does really well too is it sticks to its mechanics, like let's say like religiously.
Yeah.
Like even like I can go up, like it's a hard rule. When I hit something with my sword, I refill my arrows.
That's, yeah.
Like, and it's just like anything. It's almost like as good as Cuphead, where it's just like anything pink you can parry.
I think that's that's a really good way to put it. I love in games where it's like, I can learn a game, and as long as it's, even if it's unrealistic, as long as it's consistent, I'm good.
Right, and I think that cohesiveness really can mend other things that's missing in a game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just a game that's worth people's time, especially if you're not sure if you can light that brazier up there, actually.
Can I?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You just did it.
You just fucking did it, man. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, Jeepers Criminy.
The way I was saying that made me recall how Squints in the Sandlot goes, you got it. Pull it up. When they're doing like the Rector set. Rector? I hardly know.
Rector, I dang near killed her.
I was about to say Rector.
Rector dang near got her a high-paying job at an Applebee's.
That was funny. Yeah, Rector set, right? Richter set?
Richter scale?
Can you please correct me to the correct term?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Rector set. You know what a Rector set is?
No.
Okay.
What is a Rector set?
I don't know if it's
I'll look
the
it up.
Rector set. I may get the verbiage wrong.
What is a Rector set? Rectors, if it's just a bunch of Rector jokes, I'm gonna swing at you.
Most impressive while you're looking that up. Now make haste and ignite the second lantern.
Alright, that's what
Thanks, Pothead.
do fucking everything for you then,
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Zach, you know what?
Yeah.
The attitude? Not loving it.
His or mine?
Yes.
Are you talking about an Erector set?
Erector set. That's even worse. Make erection
Erector
jokes.
dang near killed her. Yeah, like, are you talking? Yeah, that's like the construction set. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fortnite.
Fortnite, exactly. Now you're Fortnite.
I really hit the gwitty on him.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know, I hit these potheads. Jarheads.
Jarhead. Go watch our Jake Gyllenhaal playthrough.
I don't know what that is.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in a movie called Jarhead. I don't know, one of them, with Jamie Foxx.
Ah, I remember Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. A lot of people do. You know, he's around. He's hanging.
He's hanging. He's chilling.
And he says, "Why did you join the Corps, Sonny?" And then Jake Gyllenhaal says, "I got lost on my way to college." That's something like that. I don't know.
Is he the guy that played Electrode? And this is what I remember him from. Is he the one that does the Bet MGM commercials?
That Jamie Foxx does, yes. I'm talking about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Jamie Foxx.
Nah, you're good. Yes. Jamie Foxx does the Bet MGM commercials. Have you noticed an influx of
sports betting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Like I get a lot of commercials for it, and it's like, dog, I
shouldn't have used that.
Ben, you should not have used that. That was actually a misplay right there.
Shut up.
It's really gonna fuck up your next strat.
My split.
Next split. Yeah, like I mean, not that I'm like I give a shit, but it's like YouTube constantly tries to appeal to like a younger demographic. You know, famously with like kids channels like Ryan's Toy Reviews. Is he still around? I don't know. But Mr. Jimmy Breast is, you know, he's whatever you want to think about him. His videos are faced at a younger audience, but then there's like sports betting commercials, and it's like, I'm not looking this up. Like, is this just what everybody gets? Because that's not super kid friendly, I don't think.
No, not at all. No, I haven't. I've never done sports betting. You know, I've had a lot of vices, as I've kind of spoken to on this channel.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of them.
But you've kicked a lot of them.
Thank you, and I've really been trying. But that was never one of them for me. I'm never
glad.
a gambler.
Ben, we're not going to talk about the thousands of dollars of cardboard you have around here. No.
It's like I said not to talk about Magic the Gathering, even though we just did a Magic the Gathering video.
Yeah, go watch our Magic the Gathering opening.
But I guess aside from Magic the Gathering, I never was like a casino dude.
No, neither was I.
I think that was very my brother's generation.
Mm-hmm.
Like his generation was, I feel like, just way more into it, or maybe it was just my friend group. Maybe we just weren't gamblers, I guess.
No, I don't know. I never liked going out when I knew I was going to lose money. I was never one of those people who's like, oh, I might win. I'm like, I'm always going to lose. That's my brand of anxiety.
Yeah.
So for me, it was never something I was interested in.
Yeah. Yes.
Classic
mistake.
Classic ignite of the gate.
Most impressive. Now make haste and ignite this. I did the second one.
Most impressive. What if you
Most
sound like
impressive. It's really
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. He sounds like the dude who's like hitting puberty in Family Guy and he's working at the restaurant. Is that Family? No, that's The Simpsons. Here's your Krusty Burger. Oh, that's funny. I don't know where to go, Zach.
You don't? I thought you had this game 100% to Ben. Interesting.
Yes, but this is all Labyrinth.
Ben, are you sure you don't want to check your pants? They seem to be afire.
I'm not lying.
Seems
I'm
like
truthing. I ain't calling you a truther.
I ain't calling you a truther.
No, I just didn't hit the switch.
Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Oh, look at that. So that gets us in now, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to say most impressive?
Hurrah!
Oh, okay.
We can now venture forward, my steadfast companion. But first, we should grant ourselves a moment of respite. Come sit with me a while.
No.
You're a theater geek. I'm just joking. I used to be in theater, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. As I mentioned upon our meeting, I was not always quite earthen... So... let me try that again.
Gotcha.
As I mentioned upon our meeting, I was not always quite so earthenware in appearance. This strange curse was visited upon me by a wicked old lady who resides in the mansion beyond the lavish gardens. I imagine you're here for her, are you not? Surely her soul must be swollen and ripe and reaping due to her unnaturally extended years. I desire not to be I desire...
You got this.
I desire not... but to confront the old witch and request she undo her ceramic deed and restore me to my former handsome self. I thought this was your handsome self.
Yeah, he looks kind of cute.
I was quite the looker, you know.
How do you think he sees right now?
Clyde is just like...
Clyde's like, what the fuck are you saying?
I am Bird.
I am Bird. I like shiny things. I don't want your soup.
No! So be it. Let's push on once more. I like Clyde.
I do too. I like that this guy offers him to eat essentially his brain.
Yeah.
Bop!
How timely, Zach. Oh, I remember these guys. They like scream. They remind me of Cellulose. I think that's the Pokemon in, he's the not Metamorphosis, God bless it. Can't think of the sciencey word for it.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
It's the not the Metamorphosis.
Evolution.
Cellulose. Cellulose? Isn't that the name of it? The green blob Pokemon?
Duosion?
Yeah! One of them.
Yeah!
Yeah! You're a little heavy, buddy. Yeah! We're going down. Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Are you talking about Duosions like first?
Yeah, what's the scientific process that is?
What in the fuck are you talking about?
He's under mitosis? Is it mitosis?
When cells split, that's
yes! Mitosis! That's what I've been saying this whole time. Good
What?
Lord, Zach.
I think I have a migraine now.
I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
Goes hard.
Just like a tumor.
Oh.
So what are we doing here, Ben? We have to get into the ceramic mansion.
Yeah, I would like to get in there. I think I can actually get in here right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope there's some respite, some health, some healthy seeds for me to nom down.
Sure,
Because
sure.
I'm low on health, Zach.
You are low on health.
Ho there, friend. Don't call me a fucking hoe. Fucking pothead.
Yeah, literally.
Yo, that's facts. I'd make a good statue, would I not?
Well,
Anyway.
guess we had two different ideas of what his ha sounded like.
So here we are. The edifice may look unassuming, even becalming. However, keep your wits about. Untold dangers await us inside. Now let us dive from the precipice of adventure and enter the belly of the beast together.
I like how he doesn't help at all.
And he's like, let me get the door for you and you go fight all the monsters.
All right, I guess.
Okay, I have to say, hands down favorite music from this game is this dungeon. This song, if I can put any tune to the word nostalgic at this point in my life, it would be this song. It's just so beautiful and like, but it's so sad at the same time. You know what I mean, dog?
Who composed this game? I have to see.
I don't remember his name. It's so freaking pretty. All right, Jarhead, or whatever the hell your name is. You go ahead. I'll guard the door. What a fucking bitch. What are you, Scooby? Does Pothead want a Scooby snack?
David Fenn did the game composition, Ben.
Yeah, I don't remember what other games he did, but my goodness, is this a good one. Okay, Zach. Well, I think it's time for the, after that uplifting conversations we had this episode.
Yeah, I think it's time for our next Epi Weppy in our Wody Doty. Oh, he did Moonlighter.
Okay.
Well, you know,
I don't know. What's Moonlighter?
it's a game.
I figured as such.
Anyway, Ben, so...
If you guys like what we do at Critical Escape Gaming, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon and the like button.
Sure.
And we have had a fan suggestion for a game.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to be testing it out here. We're going to be thinking about doing. We appreciate the suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be testing it on the gaming computer here soon. But if you have any other suggestions, if anyone does, for games we should play, you should leave them in the comments. And we could put them into the cycle of games we're going to play.
Yeah.
Zach, do you have anything else to say to the people?
No, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to floss.
I heard your dad went into a restaurant and ate everything in the restaurant, and they had to close the restaurant. He's not some kind of food-crazed maniac.
Oh, the raspberry.